I'm a tech nerd and I get paid to be a tech nerd. So I like to bridge design and engineering to bring like innovative ideas to life. I did independent study, and then I started college that same year. I've been at SMC since like 2019 now. I started from astrophysics, realized I sucked at math. I was always good at computers, so I went into cybersecurity, computer science, switched into psychology. I tried doing pre-med. I've been around the major block for sure, but it's hard to know, like, have a 16-year-old know what she wants to do for the rest of her life. So then I got into graphic design. I was like, wow, this is really fun and cool, and I love it. But I also like still have that science itch in my brain to build things. And then I found out about interaction design at SMC. It's a speculative project called the Waypass. This was for a brief that we did for my school, where we had to redesign an area of LA to be more like accessible, more mobility focused. And for my group, we chose to help redesign crosswalk infrastructure for disabled people. And so I kind of architected a system where it's a dynamic traffic system. So applying like machine learning and sensor systems into crossing infrastructure to provide dynamic timing for people with disabilities, older generations who need more time to cross, while still living with the reality that we're in LA, people need to get where they're going. It was honestly a leap of faith, you know, especially as a junior creative. When you're first starting out in the industry, it can be hard. It's like, I don't know if I'm going to get this chance again, especially now. So I was working at FYI for Will.i.am's company. And I mean, that's pretty cool. The studio was sick. Like, it was cool. It was an internship. I think it was set for like a year. But I decided to leave after 3 months because I got approached by a startup agency, to do design. UXD Lab, shout out, love them. I know. But obviously I was going back in my head of like, oh my God, it's a startup. I've never worked for startups like that. Like stability, like how much money do I got for myself? That's a whole nother topic. And just knowing like when it's okay to take the next step for yourself. There will never be a right time. You just have to believe in the path that you're going down, I think is the biggest risk I took. Is like blind trust, it'll work out, we'll figure it out. I would say the biggest, I think, pillar and North Star from my career journey so far has been to be radically yourself and be okay with that and be super confident in it. I know it's easier said than done, but in a world where everyone can, you know, in this age, do anything, especially with the emerging technologies such as AI, anyone can quote unquote be a coder, anyone can be a designer, things like that. What I think is truly going to stick out for everybody is being yourself, being unique, because people can't replicate who you are. So I would give that piece of advice. It's worked for me so far, being very true and opinionated to who I am. Yeah, just as cheesy as it is, believe in yourself, things will work out.